Kerri Ho from the songbird.com, where we get grounded, take flight, and sing. And this week's video is actually inspired by some questions that were asked of me. First from @MalloryPepper on Instagram, who said, I would love to see you cover a tutorial on a rock song. And then from Aman on Facebook, who said, I'm really looking forward to learning how to growl. So I mashed those two questions together, and you're going to learn how to sing rock. We're going to look at 4 main characteristics of rock singing today. The first one is this: intense, raw passion. Rock singing is the epitome of intense, raw passion and the expression of strong emotions, including anger, sadness, betrayal, or rage. So because of this raw emotional expression, it's not a style of music that is overly sung. In fact, vocal flaws and distortion are favoured over beauty of tone. More on that a little later. Number 2, high effort level and intensity. In order to express such an intense, raw passion effectively, rock singing involves a high effort level and intensity, not only emotionally, but vocally. This means loud. This means loud, high notes. This means no vibrato, straight tones only. Which brings me to number 3, chest voice, belt heavy. Loud means that there's lots of chest voice because we need the full closure of our vocal cords or thick folds in order to produce such a loud sound. The louder the sound, the more compression of the vocal cords is needed. And loud high notes means lots of belting. For more detailed help on belting, watch my full free resource, which includes 8 videos on how to mix and belt your voice right here. Number 4, vocal distortion. As I said before, beauty of tone is not the aim in rock singing. Raw emotion is. Vocal flaws are celebrated. Therefore, distortion is key. It can involve many types, but I'm going to cover 2 main ones that you can start to play around with. The first one is the creak. The creak is also known as vocal fry and is this sort of sound. How do you do it? Think of a horror movie. You know, like The Grudge? It's actually produced by an extreme shortening of the vocal cords and also thickening of them in order to get those extreme low, creaky sounds. And it's an effect used a lot in rock singing. So for example, let's just say instead of singing, I'm lying here on the floor where you left me, that's just kind of pretty, add a little bit of vocal fry or creak. I'm lying here on the floor where you left me. Number 2, the rumble or growl. You can access this sound by pretending to roar like a lion. Roar! Or picture Louie Armstrong.
I see skies of blue and clouds of white, bright blessed days, dark sacred nights, and I think to myself.
Or, and this is my fave, something that I learned from Daniel Zangerbosch at the International Voice Teachers Conference a few years back. Pretend you are a huge dog and bark. Woo! 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 With the above distortion sounds, the best way to approach them is to just pretend to be something that mimics the effects you're trying to make, instead of trying to create the distortion. You will always feel strain if you try to create it. But funnily enough, when you just pretend to be the Grudge or a lion or a big dog, there's absolutely no strain, which is critical for your long-term vocal health. So the key is to just play around with these sounds and then try and add them to your favorite rock songs, probably sprinkling them through at first, just using them as enhancements of expression instead of using the distortion throughout the whole song. The beginning and the end of phrases is a good place to start. Now warning, these vocal distortions will typically dry out your vocal cords and cause some level of constriction. So my advice is, if you're really serious about singing rock really well, you got to get one-on-one training with a vocal coach who is a rock expert and who can teach you how to support your voice properly in this genre. Alright, Songbird, I hope that gave you some cool insights and something to play with your fave rock songs. If you do experience strain or start coughing, please stop. And remember, one-on-one training is the best way to move forward to avoid vocal damage if you're serious about singing rock a lot. Now, if you liked this video, please show some love and give it a thumbs up and help me help more singers like you by sharing this with your friends. For daily inspiration and more tips, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Now, to be the first to know when I release new video singing tips, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and you will never ever miss out. And then, of course, subscribe at songbird.com and you're going to get my free 3-part video series, The 9 Essential Steps to Transforming Your Voice. If you'd love the opportunity to ask me any of your burning singing questions every single month in a live Q&A webinar with other songbirds from all around the world, and to also have me as your virtual vocal coach, click here to find out more. Songbird, I am always believing in you. So get out there, get grounded, take flight, and sing!